Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgmo. Massive news, big news everywhere. Of course, we'll talk about all of them. But first, I want to congratulate, I want to say happy Eid. Kul aam wa antum bkhair to everyone that is celebrating Eid, that is fasting today for the Arafah day. Of course, so may Allah accept all your good deeds and all your dua and forgive all your sins. Of course, so big up to everyone that is here. Of course, we're here fasting. I'm fasting today. I haven't had water or anything today or food yet. So there are big moves. Before we talk about the moves, Nori to Manchester City. Here we go. For absolutely a minimum fee, a minimal fee. Of course, what a deal for Manchester City, 40 million euros. We'll talk about that. And what does he do for Manchester City? Arsenal are hoping to close the deal for Sesko for also a really not a big fee, as it was reported, of course. And Liverpool have gone into the line with Arsenal trying to sign Sesko, but there is massive news about Liverpool. That Liverpool told Barcelona that Luis Díaz is not for sale. I don't believe it, wink wink. I don't believe it that he's not for sale. You know, he's not for sale. You know what I mean? Like, Luis Díaz is not for sale for 85 million euros. He's not. So we'll talk about that as well. And out of nowhere, there is the Gordon news that surfaced up again for Liverpool if Luis Díaz is sold. So they are in for Sesko and they are in for Anthony Gordon. So it continues that Madueke is now linked to Newcastle if they want a winger, and it looks like they want a winger. And it goes on for that. It's all like continue, you know what I mean? And Kudus, out of nowhere, Chelsea tried to pull in Neto, tried to pull a Neto move like last season. Out of nowhere, it's Kudus. Chelsea are already submitted an offer for Kudus, cash plus player. And at the same time, and it continues and continues, Man United are convincing Gyokeres to join their club. What happened yesterday in the last 24 hours is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm going to start with Nori, but before we go on and enjoy the show, I want your support. Hit the like button. Thank you. Actually, for 33,000 subscribers, 100. That is really what happened yesterday. This is transfer madness. And that is why I said that. Thank you so much for everyone that is here Let me know in the chat where are you tuning in from, of course. Yeah, Chelsea have the most PFR headroom. Yes. Actually, Terry shared this, and I'm going to tell you what Terry shared, which is absolutely astonishing. Let's just look, Terry Flowers. Terry shared this morning. And Nori, Kudus, blah, blah, blah. Yes. This is the one that Terry has shared right there. You look at the most, and let's start here, by the way. Let's start here. Hit the like button. Let's get to 200 likes at least, guys. And let's start with this massive news that Terry have shared, I think yesterday or this morning, is that the Premier League clubs with the save from PSR trouble this month, number one are Chelsea, Brighton, City, Spurs, United. Man United are safe from PSR. Arsenal are safe. What is surprising to me here is that Liverpool have only 75 million, like as is safe, like freedom from PSR, which is absolutely crazy. You look at Everton, you look at Bournemouth, you look at Wolves, you look at Newcastle United are a little bit in trouble. There is the Aston Villa at the last part that they must sell. And we can absolutely, maybe Aston Villa will have to sell. Aston Villa might sell. Jacob, I don't know, like Morgan Rogers is going to be sold, or they are trying to offload Bailey. Are they going to sell Oli Watkins? It is absolutely nuts and crazy how PSR work these days. But these are the clubs. So Chelsea have the freedom to spend. But I want to start with, of course, I want to start with Nori. As Fabrizio tweeted, it's 40 million euros. That is 35 million pounds only. That is nothing in this day and age. That is nothing in this day and age, to be honest with you. Absolutely brilliant signing by Manchester City. And I actually want to compare both Nori to Gyokeres. Actually, Nori, I want to compare Nori to Gyokeres. I want to see who has been, like, like who's been better and stuff like this. So I want to see, as a left back, of course, compare Ryan Nori. And let's just take a look at this. This is so intriguing, actually. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. Let's see. This is so intriguing to me, to be honest. Twitter, here you go. Here you go. Let's go. So this is the comparison between Nori and Gyokeres. You can, Gyokeres in blue, Nori in red, and you can tell the difference between the two players. Carries, of course, Nori is better. Shot creating action. Nori is more of an attacking fullback, right? Gyokeres more crosses. You know what I mean? This is more the offensive side of it. So I want to like let's just see this fullback. Yes. Overall standards, and let's look at the standards actually. These are the standards of both. This is just a standard thing, like the blocks, the tackles, and as we said, Gyokeres in blue, Nori in red. Look at this. Look at this. I'm intrigued, actually. The Nori looks better. Apart from Gyokeres' clearance is more. Is Gyokeres better than Nori? Who do you think, guys, is better? Is Gyokeres better than Nori? Can I get one name in the chat? Can I get one name in the chat? Gyokeres or Nori is the better left back. Who would you rather sign? If that was your club, who would you rather sign? And listen, like, for me, a lot of people are saying Gyokeres. I think Gyokeres has more energy. But I think Nori is more offensive. But again, Nori is not great defensively. In a back four, I wouldn't sign Nori, to be honest, which is what Liverpool play. I would sign more of Gyokeres. However, what happened to your hair? Nothing happened. Got a trim. It's nice. It's good. My hair is nice. My hair is so cool. I believe that Kirkis is to be honest with you, is more balanced. I think both of them suit each team to the T. Kirkis up and down the pitch. You know what I mean? Kirkis up and down the pitch. Nori is more of an offensive player. And with the way that City play, you definitely need to think that Nori suits City because Nori will be the left winger. Marmoush is going to start on the left. Marmoush is going to start on the left. And Nori, right, will be the left winger. It suits Manchester City's system because we know that Omar Marmoush is going to be the second striker next to Haaland. So you need a left back that will do the work that has been done, for example, from Gavardio. And that is why I think he suits Man City to the T. Gyokeres is good for Liverpool. Is more balanced than Nori. And I think it's what I'm surprised is that people keep saying that City spend a lot of money. And I hear what you guys are saying. City, they spend money. No one has denied that City spend money. You know what I mean? Like City spend a lot of money as well. But at the same time, we have to look at this and think one thing. 40 million euros for Nori is a fantastic deal. It cannot get better than this. It's absolutely fantastic deal. Like I like this. Gyokeres as well. Like I think 40 million euros for Nori as reported. You cannot beat that deal. How many left backs will be available for that much for that money? Not a lot. Especially if City come knocking. Especially if City come knocking. You know that Wolves will want to like up the price, but it's very obvious that City were able to do the deal and they were able to convince Nori, and Nori wanted to go. And remember, Wolves are not relegated. So it is absolutely great. It depends on how much Liverpool are going to pay for Gyokeres to see who got the better deal. But yes, my man said, is there any truth to the coach of Kivo being the new coach of Inter? Bigger Mo, of course, all the way from Romania. It might be actually. It might be Kivo or Christian or Patrick Vieira. I actually think that we are going to be finished. We're going to go into a banter era. The club is finished. The owners don't care about the success anymore. They kind of are shocked of the loss, and I think they lost their head. But it looks like there is truth to it. But thank you. Appreciate you, super chat, your first super chatter of this show, actually. You're the first super chatter of this show. So I appreciate you so much. Yes, there are a lot of truth about this. Abdi Mas will talk about Kudus in the comment. They are just an average coach at the current moment. They are just an average coach, to be honest. And Nori is fantastic for City. You can't fault it. Excuse me. City are doing madness. City are doing madness, to be honest. City are doing madness in this market. Rangers, they're going to get Shirky. Nori, they're still looking for a right back. I'm not sure if they're going to go and get Livramento. I'm not sure who's the right back that Man City will get. They are looking at Cambiaso. But Livramento is going to be too expensive for them. Livramento is going to be too expensive for Manchester City, in my opinion. And I don't think they're going to go for Livramento. I think they're going to go for someone less a little bit. You know what I mean? I think they're going to go for someone less expensive than Livramento. Unless they are able to convince Newcastle to sell them Livramento for a cheap price. Remember, Newcastle have Lewis Hall as a left back, but they don't have a right back. A lot of people are saying that City have gone for the second option of Liverpool. But yes, maybe say that. But I think that City would be stupid to go for Gyokeres instead of Manchester City, instead of Nori, to be honest with you. Like, I don't see why. I don't see why Man City would go for Gyokeres. He's not as bad. He's not as attacking as Nori. And I think he's more balanced. And City don't need that. City need a fullback that will occupy that left winger. You know what I mean? Oh my God, here it comes with Pep is never beating those checkbook allegations. They are spending a lot of money, but remember that City did not spend a lot of money last summer, and they normally don't spend a lot. Like they didn't. Who did they sign the summer before? Not a lot of players. Kovacic. I know that they signed Kozanov, Marmoush. They need a rebuild, and Liverpool are spending a lot of money as well. Why is nobody talking about Liverpool spending a lot of money? Why is no one talking about Liverpool spending 150 million or 130 million in Turkey? Why? Frimpong, Gyokeres, Turkey, you still might sign a DM, you still might sign a striker. Why? Why is no one talking? And if they are able to sell Grealish, and if they are able to sell others, people talk about, but Chelsea spend a lot of money. I'm a little bit, I'm fasting, so I'm a little bit tired. So, but people don't talk about like City sell players. You know what I mean? I'm not sleepy, guys, at all. By the way, actually, I slept for 9 hours. I'm just fasting, and I didn't have any coffee. Why are people talking about Kovacic, Nunes, Gundogan for free? Kozanov was this January. So, and people, I'm not going to talk about the net spend, but I'm going to talk about Chelsea sell players as well. Imagine if they are able to sell Grealish and they sell Bernardo Silva. It depends. You know what I mean? They got rid of they got Cam. We're gonna talk about it. There is a Gyokeres. We're gonna talk. If you land Gyokeres, maybe you should challenge for the league, Cam. Maybe you should challenge for the league. Ben Jacobs have just tweeted something. I'm see Atletico Madrid have reached an agreement. What is Ben Jacob? Victor Gyokeres to open. Oh my God, Victor Gyokeres is open to join Man United, but we're gonna speak about it. That is ridiculous, actually. That is ridiculous. That why no one else? I think Liverpool are in for him as well. But listen, let's go back to Nori and back to the talk. People are telling me I've lost the plot. Can I let you guys in for something? I'm being serious. Can I let you guys in for something before we go on? Can we get to 200 likes? I'm going to show you a tweet that I tweeted yesterday, all right? I'm going to show you a tweet that I tweeted yesterday. I tweeted this yesterday, right? I tweeted this yesterday, and I really gone crazy about this. And I know that I have gone crazy about this, actually. I'm going to talk about the transfers. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm going to talk about the transfers. Give me 5 minutes. I'm being serious, and I want you guys to discuss this with me, because am I going crazy? I said, I know this sounds bizarre, but I can't shake the thought that Inzaghi might have sabotaged the final for people to accept that a coach that was regarded one of the best in the world to leave Europe and go to Saudi for the money. The reason why I said that, right? Can we stop talking about transfers for 5 minutes? And we're going to talk about Gyokeres to United, right? In my opinion, nobody would have accepted Inzaghi going to Saudi Arabia if he would have played a good final, right? If he played a good final, right? No one would have accepted him. His head was not in the game. And I think that the reason why, like, I am trying to find reasons why I'm not coping. Like, we wouldn't have won. PSG are just better. And PSG would have won. Right? PSG would have won. But anyway, but him losing, nobody would have accepted him leaving Europe, because he was wanted by a lot of clubs. And he could have gotten a good job in Europe. But him losing the 5-0, people would accept him going to Saudi Arabia. But anyway, it is what it is. Let's go back to the transfers. I'm just not accepting this. But let's go back to Victor Gyokeres and let's start this. But Ben Jacob just tweeted that Victor Gyokeres is open to Manchester United without even UEFA Champions League football. No approach to Sporting yet, and several other European and Saudi suitors, but Ruben Amorim still in touch with the players. Sporting are willing to sell for 70 million. If Man United get Victor Gyokeres, and there are other clubs that are in for him, and if they are convincing Victor Gyokeres to join Man United, I think that would be crazy. I think that would be absolutely nuts and crazy, to be honest. And I think no one now can argue that Man United should aim for top 5. No talk about top 8, or we should get back to 8th or 9th. Mbeumo, Gyokeres, Cunha, keep him, Bruno. The problem is, it's not like I'm not putting pressure. I think that Man United can get it. I think Man United can finish ahead of the likes of Aston Villa, Fulham, Nottingham Forest, and maybe battle with the likes of Newcastle for top 5. For top 6 or top 5. I genuinely think that. I genuinely think this. Like, I'm not just here putting pressure on Man United. I know that you guys think that they have, they finished 15th. But looking at the way these people do business and looking at the players they are getting, I genuinely believe if they get these people, they should be targeting top 5. And I'm not putting pressure, as I mentioned. You are getting one of the best strikers in the world in the current market. You are getting Cunha, who everyone wanted. You are getting Mbeumo, that everyone wanted as well, and a lot of people wanted Mbeumo, regardless of how much you pay for them. You should be. These players should be good enough to actually form a trio up top that should be able to put Man United in one of the frontliners to actually finish top 5 or top 6, Europa League or Champions League spots. You can banter them all you want. You can say they finished 15th, right? But it's regardless of where they finished. Ruben Amorim won the league. Ruben Amorim won the league with Sporting Lisbon. He's not a bad coach. People say not even top 10. You are absolutely coping. You are absolutely coping. Broski, people say Amorim has crap tactics. You didn't say that when Amorim was coaching Sporting Lisbon. He has good tactics. He has good tactics. To be honest with you, there are coaches that came from the Portuguese league and actually did well in the Champions League. Why Arsenal went from 5th to 2nd, challenging for the league? Chelsea went from 12th to 6th, where they could have actually finished top 4 or top 5. Not last season, not the season that passed. Why are people saying that Man United? And the reason why I'm saying this, because changing your whole front line will change the mentality. And I know that there is a mentality problem at Man United. I know there is a big mentality problem at Man United, right? But you change the guard, you change players, and I believe you can battle for top 5, top 6. I'm not saying you're going to get it. You're basically getting completely new skin on the pitch. New skin on the pitch. These players are new. They aren't infected by Man United. The problem is, every time Man United do transfers and get new teams, what they do, Man United, is that they inject players on top of the players that are already infected. So for me, I'm looking at Man United and I'm like, you change the front 3, I believe that Man United can finish in the top 5. I'm not just saying this, right? If Man United sell the players they have, sell the players they Like sell the players. Like if Man United are able to get, like they are reportedly trying to get rid of Mason Mount, for example. They are trying to get rid of Hoyland. So this is them getting rid of the old players. Why? You are telling me that Gyokeres, Mbeumo, Cunha are not a top 6 front three? They probably are the best, are the third best top 3 front three in the league. As it stands. Garnacho's leaving. So they are getting rid of the others. So in my opinion, why not? Gyokeres, if Gyokeres goes to them, they have a better front three than a lot of teams. A lot of teams. We will see what happens, but at the current moment, they don't need any defense because I think Euro's good. I think Delect is good. I think Mazraoui is good. They need a right back and they need a right wing back and a left wing back. Amad Diallo can play right wing back, and they need a left wing back. So why not? They need a goalkeeper. They are trying to get a goalkeeper. They are. If you look at the news, Man United at the current moment are looking to get Emi Martinez, as Ben Jacobs has stated. They will move for Emi Martinez. So that is a new goalkeeper that everyone likes in the league. He's good. He is going to leave Aston Villa, probably because of PSR. So getting Emi Martinez, maybe getting a right wing back and getting the 3 up top. The left wing back is important, but that is very good. But and that is a good window for them. Good one. Now Portugal League is shit. Now everyone is saying Portugal League is shit and Victor Gyokeres is not going to work. It's ridiculous how people think about it this way. Like it's how many forwards joined from the Bundesliga from Frankfurt and failed around the world. But nobody says the Bundesliga is shit. Nobody says that. How many players that came from La Liga and said that and went to the Premier League and it didn't work out? And how many players it worked out for them? And how many players that joined from the Portuguese league and it worked in the Premier League? Like Diaz. Look at now Ruben Diaz. Look at what's his name? Enzo Fernandez. There is William Carvalho. There is Paulo Ferreira. A lot of players that joined from the Portuguese league and it worked in the Premier League. Like people just, Gyokeres is a good forward. Now everyone is slagging him off. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely, I'm watching Victor Gyokeres and I think he's good. Like people still think that Victor Gyokeres is not good. It's absolutely crazy. But one of the other things about Man United is that the offer that Man United submitted, which is 45 million plus 10 million, proposal for Brian Mbeumo, Brentford asked for a fee close to 70 million. If Man United pay 70 million from Mbeumo, they're suckers. Basically, they're suckers. You can't pay 70 million for this guy. It's too much for him. Guys, I need to can we get to, okay guys, there's over 600 people in the house. Can we get at least to 400 likes? Again, solo shows is absolutely done by you and for you guys. So I need the likes up to 400 likes if you are here. 400 likes is the least. But Bruno Fernandes came from the Portuguese. Bernardo Silva didn't come from the Portuguese league. He went to Monaco first. They want 50 million guarantees. I understand that. But guys, the like button is underneath your live chat. Hit the like button. Yeah. I know. We'll talk about the Noni, Madueke and Chelsea and all this talk. But first, I need you guys to hit the like button. At least the first target is 200. Then we go to 300. Then we go to 400. Underneath your live chat. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, bro. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Look at this. I'm reading. There is a lot of news coming in at that time. In this time, there's a lot of news coming in at this time. Wow, actually crazy at the current moment. It's actually crazy. Oh my God, this is actually nuts. Where are we now? It's actually crazy. Hit that like button. We haven't spoken about that yet. But listen, everyone is crying about Chelsea having PSR, not PSR. AMT, thank you so much for the super chat. Arsenal spending 38 million on a low need. They say he's the next wonder kid. Same was said for Sambe Lokonga and Fabio Vieira. 38 million. Yeah, it's actually crazy. If Arsenal spent 38 million on this guy, it's actually crazy, to be honest with you. It's actually crazy, to be honest with you. Yeah, that is not going to do it. That is not going to do it. 38 million on this guy is not going to do it. But listen, let's go back to the news. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys think. This is why is going on? Is there a lot of news? Is there a lot of news? Chelsea are keen on signing Mohamed Kudus from West Ham, but 85 is a lot. Is a lot, to be honest, for Mohamed Kudus. But listen, for Man United, Brian Mbeumo, if they get Brian Mbeumo, where is the Brian Mbeumo news? This is the Brian Mbeumo news. If they get the Brian Mbeumo thing for like 50 million plus 10 add-ons, I think that would be good. I think that would be okay. 50 million pounds. This is the price you pay for a player moving across from the Premier League club to a Premier League club. But it looks like the salary is what I'm looking at. If he gets 250K, that is a lot of money. To be honest, that is a lot of money. But listen, Man United are moving crazy. Man United are absolutely moving crazy in this market. They're actually moving crazy. Moving on from Man United to this absolutely crazy news. Arsenal want to sign Sesko for 70 million euros or less. It may take some time. And I think if Leipzig are flexible, there's a high probability that the deal will progress within the next few days. And there will be an offer soon. Arsenal for Sesko for less than 70 million euros, which is about 60 million pounds, is not a bad deal. It's a good deal for Arsenal. Listen, if Arsenal gets Sesko, they want Sesko. They think Sesko is the future, and they think Sesko is going to get them over the line. Khalas, we got to accept it. We have to accept it. We have to accept that the board are doing the building for the future. There is a lot of other clubs. Maybe they did the right scouting. Maybe, like, I don't see it, but maybe the board see it. You know what I mean? Maybe the board see that Sesko is the future for the club. Maybe that is what is going on. Maybe Arsenal need that. The problem is, why is Arne Slot want to compete? Why does Arne Slot want to compete for Sesko? Is beyond me. I don't know. Why did he want to compete for Sesko? 65 million pound bid from Arsenal is going to be less. There is no. It says that the deal is. Listen, you are saying the deal is not close. It is literally states here that there will be next few days. There will be an offer soon. It's literally stating this on this tweet. It's Ben Jacobs. It's not me. Ben Jacobs. Like, people just come here and tell me, oh, Mo, you're lying. It literally says within the next few days. But I'm not sure if Liverpool are in for Sesko. There is the Liverpool news that actually wanted to talk about that. Ben Jacobs, like I've said, that Liverpool told Barcelona they don't want to sell Luis Díaz. Like I actually think that they might sell Luis Díaz if there is an alternative. But they are waiting for an offer. They are waiting for an offer from Saudi Arabia, actually. They are waiting for an offer from Saudi Arabia. Abdi Mas, where do you get these tweets? Where are these tweets coming from? Where are these tweets coming from, Abdi Mas? Can you tell me? I don't see them in front of me. Ben Jacobs. I have Ben Jacobs, and he hasn't tweeted that. But listen, I just wanted to talk about this. Like Luis Díaz, I think. Who's Gary Jacob? Who the fuck is Gary Jacob? This guy? Ah, okay. I'm gonna follow this guy then. Ben Jacobs hasn't said anything about. Ben Jacobs hasn't said anything. No, he hasn't. He hasn't said anything. Why are you guys lying? He's his brother, though. No, we'll see. But we were talking about Liverpool trying to hijack. Does anybody believe this? But if Liverpool sell Luis Diaz, I think they go for Anthony Gordon. This is going to be resurfaced again. I promise you this. I promise you this. This will be open again. Like Anthony Gordon last summer was rumored to Liverpool. And now, if Luis Diaz is sold, you might go for this because there are rumors that Leao might go to Bayern Munich. They need a left winger and they are trying to convince Leao. Why do Liverpool fans don't want Gordon? I like him. He's a good player. I like Anthony Gordon. Who do you want? I like Anthony Gordon to Liverpool. That is not bad. That is not a bad option. Like if Anthony Gordon, his dream is to play for Liverpool, why not? Liverpool should take Anthony Gordon. Why not? I think it's very good. I think it's not bad. Like, if they offer him to Liverpool, I think Liverpool should take him. If Diaz goes to Saudi Arabia for 85 million, you definitely can do this. You definitely can do this deal. And Anthony Gordon is a good player. He's not a bad player. Like, I don't know why are people saying this? Like, is Anthony Gordon a bad player? Anthony Gordon is a very, very good player. And I think under Arne Slot will be a threat. I think Arne Slot will be able to get the best out of him. I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think it's something that people need to look down at. Like Diaz might go to Saudi Arabia and he might force his way out of Liverpool, but we'll see what they offer. Gordon is a very, very good player. I don't know why you guys are turning your nose up on Diaz and on Gordon. He's a very, very good player. And I think Gordon, it depends who you get. Birds have confirmed that he's coming to Liverpool. So I don't know who you're going to get, but I believe that Anthony Gordon is a very good player for Liverpool, to be honest with you. Like, why do people like turn their... What is going on with Anthony Gordon? People really don't like Anthony Gordon. If they sell Diaz, they have to get a left winger. Who are the left winger they're going to get? Are they going to go for Semenyo? Are they going to go for Leao? They need a left winger. They need a left winger. Who are the left winger? Who are the left winger that are available in the market? I think he's good. I think he has a lot of energy. I think he's a talented player. I think he's a very good player. I don't think he's Leao or Nico Williams, but I think he's similar to Nico Williams. I think he's a very good player, to be honest. Like, I don't know why. If Luis Diaz is has 1 year left at his contract and you're going to let him go on a free, isn't it better that you get a player that even if it doesn't work, he can sell? Like Luis Diaz has 1 year left at his contract, if I'm not mistaken. If you don't sell him now, he walks on a free at the end of the season. Am I wrong about Luis Diaz? Am I wrong? Isn't Luis Diaz's contract end in 2026? Okay, let me check. Oh, okay. His contract ends in 2027, so I'm wrong. So he has 2 years left. So if they are not willing to sell Luis Diaz, that's fine. Okay. I read something wrong. Fine, he has 2 years left. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. But listen, if you get 85 million from Luis Diaz, you wouldn't sell him to Saudi Arabia? You telling me, guys, You wouldn't sell him to Saudi Arabia and get maybe Anthony Gordon for like what, like 70 million pounds or something like this? Is that not good? It depends how much Newcastle are going to ask for him, because I don't think the player value went down significantly, by the way. If the player leaves, you need a left winger. Who are the left wingers? Yes, I am Saim. That's why you see me tired. I am fasting. That's why you see me tired a little bit. I get it. He has 2 years left. What I mean, read the chat. What chat? Like, who else you gonna get? You're gonna get Semenyo? Who do you think is better? Semenyo? Who do you think is better? Anthony Gordon or Semenyo, for example? Who do you think is better? Madueke or Anthony Gordon? People really don't like. Like, it depends what Liverpool are gonna do in the market. But if they stay with Diaz and Gakpo, that is good. But you need to get a striker as well. The news are he's like he wants to go. He wants to go. Newcastle will ask, if they ask for over 100 million, I think it's over, it's done. Then definitely no one is buying Anthony Gordon for 100 million. So that ship will sail. You know what I mean? Like, no one will buy Anthony Gordon for 100 mil. No one. But we'll see. Who else is Liverpool gonna get? Are they gonna get? Because so why Chelsea now? Why now Madueke is being linked to Chelsea? Where the fuck is the Madueke link? So to Newcastle. Madueke is being linked to Newcastle then. Is Madueke good for Newcastle? Yeah, I believe he's good. I believe Madueke is a good player. If you get like that much money for him, Abdi Mas, share the plot. Okay. All right, that's great. Very good. I'm just going to check that news. It's big news, yeah. Fine. Big news. Yeah, I'm gonna check the news. But Madueke is not bad. So Jesse football. There is many reasons why we don't cover Serie A. Number one, I like Inter, but Serie A is dead. I do talk about Inter on Inter Worldwide and sometimes here on this channel. I'm going to address this once and for all. Serie A itself is dead. I like the Premier League more than Serie A, but I supported Inter in 1998. I still love Inter more than any club in the world. I don't support anybody else, right? This is a job for me. There are other people. For example, Nikki Bandini, she works for The Guardian. She's an Arsenal fan, but she covers Serie A. There are other English pundits, English people that they cover Serie A, even though they support a Premier League team. That is a job for me. You know what I mean? Like, I like the Premier League. I always followed the Premier League since 2002. I followed the Premier League along with Serie A. But the problem, to be honest with you, Serie A is dead. Coverage is shit. The clubs are broke. Like, even the competition is not the best. Even that watching Serie A, like, with all due respect, Wallahi al-Azim, I would rather watch Brentford play Brighton than watch Lazio play Roma, or Lazio, for example, play Atalanta. The coverage itself is shit. And I spoke about this plenty of times. Everyone around in the world evolved. The Bundesliga evolved. The Liga evolved in terms of coverage, in terms of how you view the game on TV. You know what I mean? Serie A has not evolved. Like, why do I want to hurt my eyes? I watch my team every game. I watch every single game of Inter. And I watch the rivals, right? But the rest of the league is fucking dead. Is dead. Like, the pitch, the fields, the pitch itself is shit. Stadiums are shit. I went to stadiums in Italy. They're shit. The coverage is shit. So, like, at the end, football is Number one, you support your club. Number two, it's an entertainment business. We watch football to be entertained. We watch football to be entertained. I don't support anyone in the Premier League, but I get entertained more by watching the Premier League than watching Serie A. And anyone that tells you otherwise is a liar. Is a liar. Is a liar. Anyone that tells you otherwise is a liar. Bro, even the Liga coverage is bad. It's not as good as the Premier League. There is a reason why the Premier League is watched everywhere in the world. And also there is another thing. It's easier for me to cover Premier League because I speak English. But I don't speak Italian. So I can't cater to the Italian people. You hear my point? I hope that I answered your question, my friend. I hope that I answered your question. But I see this happening, to be honest. I see Madueke going to Newcastle. I don't know why people are... Why do people are talking about the... Madueke is a good player. He's a very good squad player for Chelsea. But if you get 60 million euros, you go replace him with Adam Al-Lukman, or you go and put money and buy the man. And buy the man, which is... And buy this guy. If you take the money, and you take that and you sign Mohamed Kudus to play on that left side, or you play the right side and need to play left, you are cooking. Chelsea are cooking. Chelsea are absolutely cooking. Mohamed Kudus, they want cash. He offered a player and some cash. And I believe that this deal, it might end in, I don't know how much, but this is, I think this deal might be great for them, to be honest. Might be fantastic for them. But I don't think it's going to end up being 85 million pounds. I don't think this is going to end up being 85 million pounds, to be honest with you. A little bit, not much, just a little bit, because I go to Italy a lot. No, this is fucking ridiculous. But can we get the likes? How many likes are we on, guys? We're over 700 people here. Can we get this show to 400 likes? 400 likes. 400 likes is minimum. We got over 700. So hit that like button. Support the channel. Thank you so much for everyone getting involved. Someone is saying, I don't think this is a good signing for Chelsea personally. He's way better centrally than wide, and he's never taken Palmer's spot. No, I think he can play wide. I genuinely think he can play wide as well. You don't have to have touchline wingers like this. Like, I like Kudus. And also, I think Kudus can be like a false nine as well. He can fill that spot. He can play across the front line. Cole Palmer can play on the right or the left. Cole Palmer can play on the right. I think Kudus is a fantastic signing for Chelsea. Every time I'm watching the guy, the problem is he plays in a dead team, which is West Ham. And I believe that suits Chelsea, that you can get a player like Kudus. He's a fighter, physical, and I think he'll do good in the Champions League. I think he'll do very, very good. People are talking about Kudus as being mid. Kudus is good. Kudus is a very good player, right? You're a West Ham fan, Dan, and I understand this. But what makes you so confident that he's not going to go? What makes you so confident that he's not going to go? You, like, if Chelsea offer him Champions League football, you might sell him. Like, why do people just have to accept that you might be a selling club at the current moment? You don't have, like, isn't Graham Potter is the manager of you as well? What is your aspirations next season? Kudus for 50 million pounds, I think. To be honest, if Cunha is 65 million pounds, how much do you think Kudus is worth? How much do you think Kudus is worth? I believe that Kudus might be worth, I don't know, like, but Kudus can be worth a lot of money, to be honest. But 60 million pounds is good for him. Like, they're making, but like, to be honest with you, Chelsea are making moves. And you have to admire it, to be honest. You have to admire it. Lewis, I'm very happy at Liverpool. They treated me well since. We are talking with other clubs. It's a transfer window. It's normal. So he's actually admitting he's talking to other clubs, which is actually crazy. This is the one that I wanted to look. This is the one I wanted you guys to see. Next 2 weeks, keep an eye out on Morgan Rogers' situation. Villa needs to raise 75 million in sales just to break even with PSR. Wow, Ben Jacobs has actually stated this. That is actually crazy. Morgan, where does he fit? Who would take Morgan Rogers? Liverpool wouldn't take Morgan Rogers because they're gonna get Verts. Chelsea wouldn't take Morgan Rogers because he's not a winger and you have Cole Palmer. Because I don't think that Morgan Rogers, the only team that might have get Morgan Rogers is he doesn't start for Chelsea. And he's not a left winger. He doesn't start for Chelsea. Arsenal might get Morgan Rogers though. Arsenal might try to go for Morgan Rogers. Unless Chelsea go and try to do a deal with Aston Villa, give them a player and, do the deals that they do under the table. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all this stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, Zir talks. He can go to Bayern. Morgan Rogers is quality, but why the hell would he go Chelsea to play Champions League football? To play Champions League football? Why not? Why not? To play Champions League football is actually is not a bad option for him to play Champions League football. Why not play Champions League football? I don't know why you are opposing that, my friend. I don't know why you're opposing this. It's not bad. Like, it's a good option. Morgan Rogers can leave. Like, it's okay. Like, why am I having? Do you like Rogers playing left wing then more? No, I don't want him to play left wing, but he wouldn't go Chelsea. I don't think he suits Chelsea. I don't think he suits Chelsea. To be honest with you. I don't think, like, at the current moment, Chelsea don't need him. They have Andre Santos coming back. They have Cole Palmer. They have Enzo Fernandez. They have Lavio. They have Caicedo. Arsenal might need him. Like, they might get a... He might need him. Yeah. Yes. City, though, I think he would suit City a little bit. I think he would suit City. But is he a Pep player? We'll see. Like, he would suit City, to be honest with you. Like, he would suit City. Rogers is a midfielder. Rogers is an attacking midfielder. You know what I mean? And if they're gonna get him, like, I don't know, who does he suit? To be honest with you, he's not that creative. He's more direct. He's more someone who goes to goal, try to score goals. Who would you get? Arsenal will play him at left wing. No, they won't. They won't. Like, it's only Arsenal that will suit the guy, to be honest. Only Arsenal. Man United, no, you don't play with the system that will suit him unless he suits what? If he plays next to Cunha behind the striker. Oh my God. I just clocked it. Forget Mbuemo, Morgan Rogers, Cunha, Victor Gyokeres. Oh my God. Victor Gyokeres as a striker, Cunha. Oh my God. Cunha, Victor Gyokeres, and Morgan Rogers. Oh my God. Imagine they dump Mbuemo and they get Morgan Rogers. Wow. They were broke. But then Sir Jim Ratcliffe put some money in the thing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I am hyping Man United fans and people think I hate Man United. I'm being honest. Him? Okay, who's better in that 10? Who's better in that 10? Okay, so okay. I'm gonna give you something. Cunha Gyokeres, who would you rather have? Morgan Rogers or Mbuemo? One name only in the chat. Let me go. One name. One name in the chat. Morgan Rogers or Rogers or Mbuemo? Let me know. Mbuemo, a lot of people are saying Rogers. By the way, there's more Mbuemo. There is more Rogers. There's a lot of Mbuemo. Mbuemo. There's a lot of Mbuemo. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is actually. Remember, if they imagine Mbuemo, okay. I like Morgan Rogers a lot. I think Morgan Rogers is a top-notch player, to be honest with you. And I think he's physical. I like Morgan Rogers a lot. We already signed 2 players already. To be honest with you, but I don't know if Chelsea should go for him. Would you bench Enzo Fernandez for Morgan Rogers and play Caicedo, Morgan Rogers, and Cole Palmer? Yeah, that might be. I don't have agendas in the transfer market. I don't have any agendas in the transfer market. I don't. I don't have any agendas. Who said I have agendas? I don't. Oh, yeah, Morgan Rogers is top. But listen, there are other news that we need to speak about. But Chelsea, this is the news that Mike Maignan asked his agent to accept Chelsea's proposal. The player wants to play for Chelsea. Mike Maignan. I think they're going to up the offer a little bit, and Mike Maignan might join Chelsea. I believe that Mike Maignan can be a Chelsea player. I think that would be actually very, very good for them. Very, very good for them. Mike Maignan, if they get Kudus, if they get Ekitike, they're very close to get Ekitike. I think that would be a great window for them, to be honest with you. That would be a great, great window for them. Hit that like button, as Mama Floss is saying with Tonali's picture in the... Hit that like button. I'll put a poll. If we can reach 400 likes, would be great. What do you guys not like? You frauds are saying 300 likes is maximum, you frauds. Absolute frauds. I'm never going to become any fan. I'm never going to become any fan but Inter, bro. You don't know. And anyone that tells me this, and any of the Inter fans that are telling me this, are absolutely crazy. Nobody can ever patronize me or whatever that word is and tell me to go support other clubs. I love my club more than anyone. I love my club more than anyone. And people that say that, oh, you are being infested by the Premier League or anything, it's a job, and people are jealous of me being successful. Alhamdulillah for the success. Alhamdulillah for the people that are here watching me. I only support one team only, which is Inter Milan. And anyone that says otherwise is an absolute idiot. And people that tell me that I don't support Inter and I only use Inter are absolute bozos. No one is going to tell me how to support my club and what to say about my club. Anyone can fuck off right? If they don't like my opinion on Twitter, they can unfollow me. If they don't like my opinion about the club, they can unfollow me. You don't have to follow me. You don't even have to watch my tweet. You don't even have to watch my streams. If you don't like what I say about the club, if you want to challenge me. But people are saying, people win the extra yard to say that I'm not an Inter supporter, that I don't like Inter, that I'm only using Inter for. I supported Inter before I even knew there's something called football YouTube. Like, I'm being serious. I supported Inter before even I knew there's something called social media. And people come and tell me I don't support Inter and I don't like the club. Fuck off. And I'm fasting. Absolute bozos. I see here, I do watch along. I couldn't watch. Wallahi, I did watch alongs for Inter where I did £10 or $10. I did watch alongs for Inter where I did $10. And there was no money in it. I could have been sitting down on my couch watching the game in peace. And then people come in and tell me you don't support the club. Fuck you, bro. Who do you think you are? Are you the gatekeeper of who supports which club? It's not about the chat. It's not about the chat. But there are people that don't think I support the club. So people that really say that, bro, are absolute bozos. Are absolute bozos, broski. You're gatekeeping. Who supports what? And how do you support your club? I'm telling this to every single fan. You can be Lee, you can be Northside, you can be Rory, you can be Igal. Bro, it's not here. You can be Igal. You can be Nobbins, you can be LB, you can be Hamza. You support your club the way you see fit. You support your club the way you see fit. Not the way to please other people. You do whatever. If you are Saeed, if you are Staffy, if you are Rance, you say whatever. You are who you are. You love the club the way you love the club. You talk about the club the way you talk about the club. We can debate it. We can argue about it. If you think Arsenal are going to win trophies, it's up to you. Let's debate it. If you think Liverpool are going to retain the title, let's debate it. If you think City are the best club in the world, let's debate it. But no fan should tell other fan you're not a fan of a club because you don't say what is supposed to be said. There is nothing that is supposed to be said. It's only opinions, and that's about it. We're all opinions. We all have opinions. We all have opinions about our clubs and other clubs. Nobody should tell you how to support your club. Bro, you do fucking do whatever you want. And no one will gatekeep what you, no one should gatekeep what you say. Nobody is telling anybody how to support their club. That's about it. Anyway, people don't know Mo would die for Inter on the pitch. His passion is unmatched. Yeah, but no, I use Inter for views. Wallahi, yani, people didn't watch me watch Inter while not even being on camera, not even being recorded, and people don't understand how I watch Inter when I'm not being recorded. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyone can go fuck themselves. Anyway. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Anyway, guys. Wallah, I'm tired. We spoke about the transfers. If there is anything you want to talk about, if there's any question for you, let me know in the chat quickly. Let me know in the chat if there is anything. If you want to talk about anything, if there is anything on your mind, if there is any transfer on your mind? I don't know. I actually spoke about all the transfers that I'm supposed to speak about today. Madueke, Cole Palmer getting the 10 is great news. Sesko, we spoke about that. We spoke about Luis Díaz. We spoke about everything. Here you go. People are asking me what would the alternative be. Where do you see, I'm just going to go to my full screen now. Where do you see Chelsea in the league more if we got our signings? Probably at least top 4, maybe third, or trying to push for third, maybe that. So it depends on who the signings. If you get Ekitike, Delap, you keep Madueke, you keep Neto, I see you finishing top 4. I don't see you, and I don't see you like winning the league. I don't see you winning the league at all. I see you top 4. To be honest, that is what I see you. To be honest, why this camera is too close? I need to actually unzoom a little bit this camera. You know, like I need to unzoom the camera and have the camera up here, maybe something like this. Mo, let's do Arteta in or Arteta out. I like this. Listen, he's not going anywhere. There is no point of Arteta in or Arteta out. He's staying. So there is no Arteta in or Arteta out. Manyan is I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. I think he's going to go to Chelsea and be fantastic. Dark horses, I don't think there's going to be any dark horses next season. I don't think there's going to be dark horses. I think it's going to be Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, and Newcastle. Morgan Rogers to Newcastle. Newcastle don't have the money to get Morgan Rogers. I like this. Did you talk about Zubi Maybe? Zubi Maybe is crazy. Yeah, HM, but that will never cloud my judgment. See, the difference between me and you, HM, is that I am more objective than you. So even though I don't like Man United, and I think the Chelsea project, with the money that is spent and the way they run the project, is something that I don't like, that will never cloud my judgment of where I think Chelsea will finish, on how good signings are for Chelsea, or how I evaluate players on Footy Judge Mo. So me, sitting here and talking about the project has nothing to do with me being objective about Chelsea. That is the reality. Well, that got your attention. It did. 3 signings, which top club needs to make to win the league? That is it needs to have a whole stream, Akil, to be honest with you. Sociedad want to make the signing official in July. Yeah, I read that, and I think that is what's gonna happen. I think that is what's gonna happen. I think Zubamendi is gonna be an Arsenal player. I think he's gonna be an Arsenal player, and I genuinely think yeah, he's talking to other clubs. Look at this. Luis Díaz, he's happy at Liverpool, but he's talking to other clubs as well. I don't have that's the difference between me and UHM. Alhamdulillah, I am successful. Alhamdulillah. And successful is measured in percentages, and it's relative. Alhamdulillah. People know that I'm an honest guy, and people think I have agendas. There are times for agendas, but when I think and sit and talk about clubs, I have no agendas here. I actually talk with honesty, not with agenda. That is what you don't understand. I think you don't understand this because you always maybe have agendas against other clubs, and you can't remove your fan hat to actually talk objectively. Or maybe that. I am celebrating Eid. I'm fasting today and I'm celebrating Eid. Well, even Man United fans will tell you this. I spoke about it many times. I don't mind it if it's a free loan. I don't mind it if it's a free loan. I don't mind it. Listen, people, I'm not gonna stay for. I'm fasting, so that is good enough for me today. We aren't even on 400 likes. Rage bait. Yes, I do that. Like sometimes we have fun. 100%. Sometimes we rage bait. Sometimes we ask the fishing questions. Of course, it's YouTube. It's entertainment as well. Like, but when I'm sitting and talking objectively, of course, I don't deny it. I go on Al-Ahwa and I go on other shows and we do the rage bait and we do the like some of the arguments. We do the devil's advocate stuff. Of course we do. Like if I'm sitting here and do streams and I talk about football, I talk objectively. I don't do any rage bait. I don't do any, like, I don't say anything just for the sake of like creating an argument. You get my point? Thank you, German Chicken Wing. Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everyone. We need to get to 400. We're 40, less than 40 likes away from 400. I'm sure there is 200 of you that haven't liked the video yet. I'll actually, and hit the like button, subscribe. We're getting subscribers. Who do I redirect to? Who's live now? So I can redirect. Maybe I can redirect to the top 6. Alice is live. No one, so I'm gonna just redirect to maybe, is Igal live? No, Igal finished his stream. Maybe Terry, top 6. Or maybe Dan Potts. Is he live in a second? Yeah, he's live. Let's go. Dan Potts then. Yeah, Terry's live in like 3 hours, so it's just gonna go. Hit the like button before you go. Subscribe to the channel, guys. If you're new, 20 likes away from 300. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the support. I will see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.